Good morning. Right, as you can probably see, it's all changed. I've still got my shed, which is over the back here, waiting to go on. But when I looked at the shed with this lace that I had done originally, it kind of disappeared. And then, did I watch Rachel or Sarah? Anyway, watch one of them. And, you know, they were putting on bits and pieces. And I thought, yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm not putting on bits and pieces of fabric. So I found these kind of small ditzy flowery ones, and I thought they'll do fine, so they look pretty. And then obviously I carried on the path, and it actually goes around, so my shed's going to go there. So I've just sat and stitched the background stitch that Rachel tells us to do, where you just, you know, do a big one on the back and a little one on the front. I found 3 little Suffolk puffs, yo-yos, whatever you want to call them. Thank you very much for all your ideas on how to protect my work. I've wrapped this piece of fabric round for now and sort of rolled it up. So we'll see how that works. I'm still tempted to cut it off because this drives me nuts, but we'll just work with it for a bit. Yeah, so I'm just going to stitch these down. I've got 3 daisies that I really fancy putting those on here. And then, like I said, this shed is sat here, and that'll go there. But let's get these stitched down. I don't want everything falling off all the time. It was driving me bonkers. I've threaded up a needle with this Steph Francis thread, medium perlé 48. It's got all the colours I want, because I'm thinking that'll be quite nice to do the flowers going up through my trellis. Let's see how far we get. Might not get that far. Right, okay, so I've been dying to use this thread, so I'm going to start. I've no idea what it is. To me, it looks like a linen thread, but I just love the feel of it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it must be a linen. It was something I picked up, charity shop, I think. It doesn't even say. It just says English Sewing Limited. There's absolutely no indication of what it is. I love it. I love the feel and I love the look. So I'm a bit obsessed with that at the moment. Right, anyway, did I say how are you all? It's Saturday morning today, so it's coming out bright and sunny. It was a very, very frosty start. We're still getting some really, really deep frosts in the UK, but that's not a bad thing. It kills off all the bugs and things. It's slightly frustrating because I want to get planting, but yeah, bide your time. Bide your time. It'll come. I'm going to start all my seeds next. Where are we now? It's towards the end of February, so the beginning of March I'll start all my seeds off, because I am determined to grow this year. I did it last year. I did tomatoes, only tomatoes, but yeah, I want to do more this year. So anyway, we shall get on to that. So yeah, we've got a busy day, well, busy afternoon planned, me and my daughters. So I thought, right, I'll get stitching this morning, get as much of this done as I can. Let's take you off for a minute. Yeah, and then I can get this uploaded, and then you guys have something to watch me stitching if you want to. Yeah. We had a busy weekend last weekend. Can't remember if I told you, but the Dartmoor Pony Sanctuary was, sadly, it's closing. I think I did tell you this, but yeah, so we spent the whole day there, absolutely shattered. You don't realise how much walking you're doing around these things until you look at your pedometer on your watch, and it's like, holy moly. I mean, it's like yesterday, my eldest one said, "Do you fancy coming dog walking today?" And I said, yes, I really do, because I'd had a week at work where I was just sat and it was busy, you know, and when we're researching, we just have to sit and do the research. Anyway, so I said to her, yeah, I really do want some good walks. So she said, right, okay, I'll pick you up. Well, then my youngest daughter messaged me and she said, "Do you fancy coming on a dog walk?" And I was like, oh, okay. So I messaged the older one and said, Caroline wants me to go with her because she planned to go up through these woods at the back of Exeter, and she's such a wimp, honestly. She's easily 5'8" tall, and she's not a diddy tiny little thing, you know. And she's like, oh yeah, I don't want to go up there on my own. Right. So we went for this lovely walk through. It was a piece of woods actually that I don't know, I used to drive past it every day when I had my shop in Teignmouth, and I always said I must go there one day, and never did. So yeah, so when she said, oh, we're going here, I was like, oh great, lovely. And it was absolutely stunning. It was a nice sort of crisp day, but once the sun came through the woods, it was beautiful and warm. And yeah, so we took the giant Hades up there, but sadly he couldn't go off the lead because it does run along the side of the dual carriageway, and he's a typical husky Doberman mix deaf, you know, just turns a deafen, and he's in full hunt mode at the moment. We don't quite know why he's acting like that, but of course she said last time that her and her husband were up there, they saw deer in the woods, and she said, he'll be off, mum, and he'll be across the dual carriageway chasing them, and then that'll be the end of him. And you know, for her, that's her baby. So yeah, so he stayed on the lead, but we still walked for, I don't know, a good hour I think it was in the end. And so got back from that, and then we met my eldest daughter down the river with some of the dogs that she walks. So Hades had another walk which he thoroughly enjoyed with other dogs, so did that one. And then my eldest said to me, oh, I've still got the ones in town to do you want to come with me? And I was like, do you know what, actually I'm absolutely starving, so I'm going to go home and have some breakfast, fully intending to do some stitching. So then she messaged me. I didn't. What did I do? Oh, I did the sunflower Sunday one. Saturday, the sunflower journals. Then she messaged me and said, I'm taking mine down the river. Do you fancy coming for another walk? I was like, yeah, go on then. And yeah, so I did that. And when I looked at my step count on my watch, it was something like 20,000 steps I'd done by the time I'd finished. I thought, crikey, I was in bed up 10 o'clock last night. I was absolutely shattered. So yeah, it was good though, because when I do my Pilates, my instructor said to me, the worst thing you can do is sit down a lot. And of course, my job, when we've got an urgent case on, is just sitting, and you know, that's part of the job. What do I do with that needle? See, too much chatting going on here. So oh, it's there, you daft bat. So yes, it's good for me basically, but yeah, it is the nature of our job, sadly. We've got urgent ones come in, we have to do the calls. So that's that. So yeah, that was yesterday. And then I say today we're going out. My eldest has got a dog groom to do, and then we're going to our favourite discount store, Traeger Mills, and see if I can get some fabric for my journals. If I can't, we're going to have to hodgepodge it. That's the right way, I think. So yeah, it's great. I love that they include me in their lives. You know, sometimes you can get a little bit, I don't know, your kids don't want to hang out with you, I suppose, but I'm quite lucky with my girls. They seem to enjoy my company, which is quite the compliment for nowadays, isn't it? So and I enjoy theirs, so there it is, really. And as we all live within, like, of course, not even a 5-mile radius of each other, I've often said to my eldest, yeah, lucky, I said, I so envy you having your mum just down the road, because mine lived in London, and I'd have loved to have spent more time with her before she died, but there it is. So my dad wouldn't move, so stubborn old so-and-so that he is. Yeah, never mind. C'est la vie. I think it's nice for the grandchildren as well. My girls would have loved to have lived closer to my mum because she was quite a... Well, I mean, we used to see them quite often, to be fair. They used to come down at least once a month. They used to come down to Devon, so they loved my mum's company. She was hilarious, mine. She was absolute nutter, so in a good way. So just some really basic stitching going on here, peeps. Nothing exciting. Just sticking on these pre-done, or stitching on these pre-done pieces of embroidery, which is fine. I've got these things and I never blooming use them. Got the West Point show next month. How much do you think I'll come back with? I don't need anything. you know I'm going to come back with stuff. Oh, I've just been watching a YouTuber, she called Frugal Queen in France or something, and she, I mean, you know, sadly she does tell the truth, and we all sit there going, oh yeah, that's me. But she said about she's a quilter, and she was saying about, you know, she watches other quilters and all the rest of it, and she said, you know, a lot of them have got enough quilts to make, well, to you know, fabric rather, to last their lifetime in quilting. And she said, but they still go out and buy more. And I thought, yeah, we do. I'm not a quilter. I mean, I have made quilts, but yeah, I know what she means though. You know, it's you see some where they've sort of reorganized their quilting studio, and it's like, holy moly, you've got more fabric in there than the average shop. But then I guess, I don't know, I mean, I think a lot of people, I don't know, I always get the feeling in the States that some places are quite remote and that maybe you don't have quilting stores near you. So when you get near one, you tend to go crazy and get in a load. I don't know. I don't live there, never have. And I mean, that could be the reason why there's an excessive amount of quilting fabric in their houses. I don't know. Anyway, right, I think that's too low. I have to undo you. Right, let's put our shed back together. I think it's sat about there. I have to bring it down. Darn. Mind. Now, I've been humming and hawing about how I'm going to stitch this on, I'll be honest with you. Because I was contemplating doing... I might just do the background stitch. You know, the little... I don't know what to do. Now, I think you went there because you're the shorter one. And I think you went there. Yeah, I had to trim it off the edge, yeah. Okay. What do you reckon? Should I do... Because once that's on... I still don't know what to do about the hanging basket. I did take it off because I thought, yeah. But, yeah, I don't know. I found this really narrow lace, green lace. So I thought that might look quite nice as like a trim to the roof. But there again, I don't know. Might be better that way, actually. Yeah, be better that way. It's a bit lopsided, doesn't it? Oh, is that, yeah. Right, I think I'm going to pin it down. Again, I hate working with pins, but needs must, and the devil is driving. Why aren't you lining up anymore? Yeah, I think I prefer this new layout, if you like. So straighten that bottom up when we get there. the one thing I am obsessed with starting is that Sarah Humphrey book, where you just do a bit of, you know, whatever you fancy doing, really. Really going to be doing that soon. Pretty obsessed by starting that one, which of course I will do with you. I think that's holding everything in place, all those. Right, okay. Right. I might carry on with this thread. Maybe just running stitch. I don't know if there is a stitch that looks like wood. If there is, I don't know what it is. So let's give it a go. Let's see what it looks like. If it's rubbish, we can always take it out. I keep forgetting to say welcome if you're new here, by the way. Yeah, I keep getting new subscribers, which is amazing. Yeah, and I keep forgetting to say welcome if you're new here. It's lovely. I love doing the YouTube videos. I know some people heavily edit theirs. I just don't have the skills, and most of my subscribers have said please don't start doing that. So because they would rather watch, you know, every bit basically. So that's fine, because yeah, I think you lose a lot when it's heavily edited. Yes, if you're doing something repetitive. I watch a lot of sort of gardening, landscaping videos and stuff like that, and yeah, you know, you've got a digger working, fine, speed it up, you know. But yeah, I don't know, maybe I'm just waffling, just trying to make excuses for being absolutely rubbish at not being able to learn how to do editing. I have learned how to join videos, so that is an absolute positive, because I never even had that skill for quite a while. I don't know, it just doesn't make sense to me. I think one of my biggest hurdles is that I don't have an iPhone, which everybody seems to have. Yeah, I don't understand iPhones. And yet my daughters have all got them. So it's just me being a dinosaur. You need to go back in there, but not that far, about there. So yeah, I haven't joined the iPhone culture. Right, you were overlapping. What is going on here? Didn't get my grey mat, did I? Oh, it's buried over there. We'll leave it. Okay, I don't dislike that. I've got to pick it up. I can't do it any other way. Let's move you there. Whoa, come here. Try and get some trellis today if they've got any. I want got a very weird house that I live in, and my garden, all of my garden is to the front of the property, which unfortunately fronts onto all the parking areas, so you don't have any privacy. And yeah, so I just want to, my landlady won't replace the fencing, so that's fine. There's not a lot wrong with the fencing per se, it just needs to be a bit higher. So I'm going to price up trellis today to see if I can get like some cheap bits just to put on top of her fencing. She's all right with me doing that. She's not that bothered, I'll be honest with you. As long as the rent's paid every month, I don't think she really cares. Yeah, a bit like most landlords, I'll be honest with you. As long as their money goes in every month, that's it really. So I shall look into that, because I just want a little bit more privacy. I think I'd use the garden more if it was a little bit more private. You've blooming moved, haven't you, you rat bag? Yeah, I don't feel that I can sit out there. I'd love to be able to sit and stitch in the garden and talk to you guys, but, you know, with the noise that goes on next door with the blooming dog grooming, and, you know, the fact that everybody would be hearing my conversations with you, I think I'll go back and stitch down. Well, mind you, I'm saying that, by the time the trellis goes on, that'll hold down with all the flowers. Yes, it will, Susan. Don't worry about it. So, yeah. Because it's a gloriously sunny garden. It is south facing. And quite often in the summer, I thought, oh, I'll go and sit outside. And then you hear the blooming dog grooming start, and you're like, oh, God. So all you'd hear is yapping dogs, which is nobody's idea of fun, is it? Because a lot of them, if the owners haven't trained them from puppies to have their feet touched and things like that, some of them, oh my lordy, you think they're being murdered, honestly. They scream. Oh, poor things. But, you know, people buy these dogs that need all this grooming, like your labradoodles and your, I don't know, what other things need grooming. Yeah. Then they find out, yes, they've got a beautiful dog and a beautiful puppy, but it's going to cost thousands in grooming over its lifetime. Don't think the breeders tell them that. Well, some do, but yeah. There's one that because my daughter's a groomer as well, there's one that she does, and that needs grooming, well, every 6 to 8 weeks. And she said by the time the dog comes to her, you can see it desperately needs a groom, you know. So she said, and when she's sort of spoken to the owners, she said, yeah, they never told us that when she was a puppy. I thought, yeah, funny that, isn't it? They wouldn't sell these dogs half the time if they were truthful about how much maintenance they need. So there's a little Patterdale that she does that we've known him since he was a puppy, Fred. Well, you've seen him if you watch my dog walking videos with my daughter. And even though he's a Patterdale, he's a rough coated one, and he needs grooming, and he looks so amazing. But because my daughter's known him since he was a puppy, she's taught him that it's all right for his paws to be touched and all the rest of it, and he loves a groom. He actually falls asleep. So yeah, she said it's amazing. You know, training, well, having him since he was he about 3 months old? He didn't have his coat cut then, but she said, you know, when she started dog walking him, and she said I could see that he was going to be one that needed grooming. So every time she dog walked him, she would deliberately pick his paws up and sort of, you know, put her fingers in amongst his paws and things so that he didn't freak out when she did it when she was grooming him. So and she sort of showed her mum, his mum, how to do it as well. Right, what is going on here? Come on. Yeah, so it's a valuable lesson that you give your dogs. If you've got a puppy, just pick up their paws. Right, you're just getting on my nerves now. Pick up their paws and do that in amongst their paws, and just, you know, play around with their feet. Most dogs don't like it, but if they're taught from babies, they don't think anything of it. There's another one she does, Mia. She literally leans up against my daughter's shoulder and just drops off. Just gone. And again, she's another one that she's had since a puppy. So, but my daughter's really good with them, actually. She talks away to them. That's the one thing I don't hear from next door. They don't. She has a full-on conversation with them, you know, and it puts them at ease somehow. So, yeah, she's very good. I know when she first said to me she wanted to do this course, I was like, why? Because I had to help her pay for it because, Eleanor was only a baby. Well, she was a toddler, I think. So, I was like, yes, I'll help you pay for it. She's paid me back, bless her. But, so yeah. I'm just going to stitch this roof down. And then I think I will put that on. I quite like that. But does it need to go there or there? Let's make a decision before we start stitching. I've got enough to do both actually. So I could do there. Is it going to be too much if I do there as well? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it'd be too much, won't it? Maybe we'll just do there. Well, that's a royal we, of course. Or am I better doing there? Oh, come on, decisions. No, do the bottom bit. That's what you thought of first, right? Okay. It's very complicated, this sewing malarkey, isn't it? Got to make all these decisions. This flipping needle does not want to. The sun's gone in. I can't see much. Right, gotcha. Come on. No. Right. So if I start there, and do that. Yeah, I don't want to go right up. Right, just get it put on, Susan. Okay. I don't think that way is right, or is it? Oh no, I think I prefer it that way. Right, see, good job I tried it. This is why we have to do all this auditioning. We might drive you bonkers with it, but every now and again. Oh, come here. Just want it to sit on the edge. Right, okay, stay. If I go there, and with any luck it would turn exactly where I need it to. See, all this fabric is driving me bananas. Alright, so if you sit there like that, you need to go up a bit there. Okay, stay. Oh, it's only just long enough. I'm just stitching through every other hole. Doesn't need a massive amount of stitching. It's only a bit of lace at the end of the day. I say it's just totally different if you're making, you know, this is a decorative piece, but if I was stitching this on a bag, I would stitch every hole. I'd probably buttonhole and stitch it down actually, and you know, you make it a little bit more permanent if you like. So yeah, it's a different thing. Now then, I think I'll just do running stitch going back there. I've got a triangular or a diamond shaped button somewhere. I'm going to find it, probably not in this video, but I will find it. Right, that's really hanging over the edge here, and as we know, I can't go too wide. It's not going to fit in my little box that I made if I use it, which I might not, because I think this is going to be too big. But you stay there. Where was I? There. Come on. See how long I've been, and I might do the flowers in the next video. If it's not too long, I'll do it now, but oh, come on. We shall see how long I've been going, because I can't see my phone from here. I must suss out that mirroring thing with my laptop. God, me and technology, honestly. Just going to catch that bit there. Right, there we are. It's all right. This is bugging the life out of me, but it will be fine once I stitch the little trellis on. Come here. Right, let's see how long we've been going. Oh, it's only 35 minutes, right? Stay where you are. God, I thought that'd take ages. Feels like I've been stitching for ages, but obviously not. Definitely need to do some more stitching up here. Still haven't decided on another vegetable, but I'm sure inspiration will strike at some point. Right, where's my trellis gone? Whack. Okay, I appear to have lost my trellis. Aha, there you are. Cool. Now it's on the floor. Right, so if you sit there, get you in the middle. A little bit of thread left on here. I think I might just cut it down in a few places and then it'll stop being, hopefully it won't be such a pain then when I'm trying to decide on what stitch to do the little flowers in. Do I just do French knots or little tiny lazy daisies? See all these decisions, I'm telling you. Let's just do some random stitches here until I run out of thread. And let's do one there. It's completely random. I know I keep saying to you, never look at the back of a piece of my work because it's a mess. It's a mess. We'll do one here. Nearly out of thread. Yeah, completely missed that piece then. Well done. That was clever. Okay, that's enough. It's stopped it flopping around. Yeah, that's fine. Can that go somewhere? I'll play with that later. Might do is just do some random. Where's my book? Let's have a quick consult with the book. I'm sorry, you're going to get the shine on it off the light because they've got quite a few little flowers and things here. See, that's the lazy daisy stitch. I do love lazy daisy. It's such, and I could do it filled in, couldn't I? What's E? I think that's lazy. Yeah, lazy daisy again. See, and I think that's just a bigger version. Colonial knot. Detached twisted chain stick. Oh, that's the petals. Oh yeah, that's okay. Trouble is, they need to be quite small. So I think I might just go with lazy daisies. I could do little bullion roses, but I don't really want to do roses. I was thinking more like a sweet pea. I'm just going to go for it. Because this is such a variegated thread. I mean, it's lovely. Look at the colours in that. So let's just do it. Let's not fuss too much. I'll do the flowers first, and then I can always join it up with the... Oh, come on, words. If I do the flowers, I can then go up with stem stitch and make the stem part of it. That's the word I was struggling with. Get there eventually. I'm not going to do them too tight. Let's just do... I'm just going to go random. Do 3 wraps. It's quite a heavy pearly thread, this one, but I think it'll look alright. See, I want it to be random, but I'm already going in a blooming grid. Oi, oi, oi. Oh, please stop falling down. Kind of wishing I'd started in a book fashion now. But never mind. We'll persevere, Susan, persevere. Righto, will do. I know these don't look anything like sweet peas, but use your imagination, okay? Trying to catch a little bit of that trellis and stuff at the same time. See, this is what I mean about it being awkward to work with in this format. Nope. Kind of going over the trellis so that it sort of acts in holding it down as well. See, I missed it there. Alright, we've gone to green, so I'm going to end this bit. That can go in my bits and bobs jar, which is over there. Right. Just chop it there before it goes green, and then don't want green yet, basically. So you can go in the odds and sods jar. Yeah, let's carry on with yeah. Sorry, I'm just trying to work out which colour I want next, and I think the orange would be good. We'll fill that with little flowers, and then yeah, might get around to doing the green. sort of, you know, the viney bit. Ooh, come on. Going to go pink, so I shouldn't really be dragging it this much, but you know. Might be enough actually by the time I get the green going on through there. Just want to try. Let's see what a lazy daisy looks like. Sorry, I'm whispering. See what a lazy daisy looks like. If I can do them small enough. Actually, no, what I'll do is I'll use, yeah, sorry. I'll do the leaves in a lazy daisy, I think. And that'll give it a bit more bulk. Can I hide that? Near enough. Reet. Put that there to use another day. Right. I'm going to carry on, I hope you don't mind. Where's my favourite green? I don't think you're dark enough actually. I might get that one again. Which one was that? I think it was this weird one, wasn't it? Let's have a go. Let's see what that looks like. That's a bit pale, that one. It kind of mushes in with that, but I'll get rid of the yellow. Start on the light green. Yeah, it's got quite a lot of range. There's quite a lot of green there before you get to the yellow again, which is all good. I need to use this stuff up because it's getting, I've had it years. It's one of those prism, you know, the cheapy ones. I think I showed you it when I did that actually. It's not one that, I don't think you can split it. Let's have a go. Just don't really want it that thick. It doesn't really want to. Yeah, it's not a 6-strand like. Can I get 1 strand? Yeah. Okay. We're just going to use the whole thickness, okay? Because that I did not want to play at all. And I think it would have ruined it actually. It was making it go quite fuzzy. So I'll just chop that off. Right. Let's see what we can do with this. Definitely need some more flowers, and I need to do brick stitch down the path, that's a definite. So yeah, not brick stitch, blanket stitch. What's brick stitch, Susan? Ooh. Right, let's just do, yeah, it's really thick, this thread. We'll just do back stitch, keep it simple. Maybe I'll do a bit of stem stitch. I need to, it's kind of looking a little bit choppy. Let's go here because it's awfully thick. This might have been a bad decision. A little lazy daisy leaf. I'll come back and do the stem up to that one. Ooh, you're a bit long, mind. I've lost my way. Here we are. Let's go here. I'm going to sort of join those up with side shoots, I think, like that sort of thing. So what are you doing? I'm starting a leaf and I haven't even done me blooming. Ay, ay, ay. Try and go back here. Right, try that again. Let's do the stem first, dear. There we are. Then we can do the lace. Oh, still gone wrong. Go on, Bennett. Right, okay. I'll come back and do a leaf in a minute. Oh dear, I'm losing concentration. Let's go out to this one. He's going to be left alone. I want to add individual leaves, or like 2 leaves to each one, so I'll go back and do the others when I should have just concentrated on doing the stem really, but I wanted to show you what I mean by little lazy daisy leaves, because I love them. Right, okay, I'm going to call it quits for now. I'm going to carry on, join all these up. I think I will do what I've just said actually, and then just do the stems and then come back and do the little leaves. I might even switch to a slightly lighter thread to not that one, but I've got some other greens. So anyway, well, I hope you enjoyed that. Let me give you a little bit of a close-up. Yeah, there's a lot of work goes on in the background with this stuff, because I say I did all the you know, the backgroundy stuff before I switched on. But so we've added 3 little Suffolk puffs. Again, I'm going to do some other stuff around that, quite sure yet what. Put the shed on, and yeah, so I need to blanket stitch down the edge here to get that path down. Yeah, I don't know, I might do some other stuff, see what takes me fancy. So I hope you enjoyed that. It's okay. Alright, I'll see you on the next one. Bye.